Have you ever been driving along, minding your own business, enjoying the quiet solitude of the open road and the warm embrace of the safety harness in the bolstered seats of your 5,000-pound, 400-horsepower motorized exoskeleton, when suddenly, out of nowhere, bikes.
Oh, look at them with those tights and the high-vis socks. 4 abreast. Idiots.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry that happened to you, Mr. Manly Man. Please tell me how that made you feel. Well, at first I was super pissed about the tights, and I wanted to punch stuff with my truck like a ram battling for its right to mate. But here on the couch, I feel deep regret, a missed opportunity, as if I'd been called upon by divine providence to manifest loving kindness towards more vulnerable road users. I imagine giving a friendly beep and waving hello as I drive by. Well, it sounds like it wasn't the bikes at all that made you angry. Perhaps it was the truck. My truck?
Hey, bike farmers, thanks for clicking in. Far be it from me to make a video just picking on redneck hicks and pickup trucks, but this one's about all of us, even cyclists like me. A couple of weeks ago, I enjoyed 2 full days riding with the guys you saw in my thumbnail photo, calling "car back" and slowing down to allow each other to merge into a single file line when the passing lane wasn't available. This is just how it's done. We're always looking out for each other, even the motorists, like gentlemen, sharing the road as best we can. On my drive back home, passing through the last stoplight in town, my right lane was merging into the left. So I flipped on my blinker and I saw a car in my side view mirror. And just when I turned my head to check my blind spot, they went for it. What the fuck? With a row of cars in front of me, there was really nowhere to go. So I did what we all do. I looked to see what kind of jackass does this. And that's when I saw him. It was one of the guys that just spent all weekend slowing down to allow me to merge in front of him on our bikes. But this time, he was in his car. A gentleman by bike, but a jackass by car. Perhaps there's a video here. And that's when I started my list of things motorists can do to keep calm when they see cyclists, instead of rolling coal, honking aggressively, yelling obscenities, kicking up gravel, throwing trash, emptying drinks, or any of the other things done to me while I'm out enjoying a day in the country on my bicycle. Tip number 1, don't be a dick. I'm not even going to entertain the cliche talking points of not following the rules of the road or not paying taxes, elitist attitudes of entitlement, thinking they own the road, or any of the other atrocities motorists commit every single day with impunity. I'm just not gonna go there. What's the point of yelling into the void of a society that's been brainwashed by a century of car culture propaganda funded by the big oil companies? We're all adults here, right? I think we can rise above toddler-level emotional self-control and avoid irrational tantrums from the protective confines of our steel-reinforced glass bubbles. Grow up and control yourself, for Christ's sake. Tip number 2, free your mind, and your car will follow. For all the talk about how important freedom and liberty is, we sure make a lot of exceptions for our automobiles. Once you squeeze into your seat, buckle your seatbelt, put it in drive, and hit the road, well, you've just relinquished most of your freedom by engaging in one of the most heavily regulated and dangerous activities in our lives. Seriously, think of the lack of options you have at that point. So restricted, so oppressed, so stressful. No wonder we all get so angry behind the wheel of a car. Thankfully, nobody's got a gun to our head forcing us to drive everywhere, so we can take personal responsibility and still be good people. The third thing you can do is just give a friendly beep. I think all the bike companies in the world should get together and make this a Super Bowl commercial. Modern cars are very quiet, both inside and out, making connection to the outside world very difficult. This is why we have horns. So, before you pass the 50-yard line, give a friendly beep and let the people know you're back there. Unless there's a curve or a hill or an oncoming car, those bikes are going to scramble to move over to make room for you to pass safely. And don't forget to take a moment to feel the satisfaction of having that much control over the people you hate most. Tip number 4. Here's a good idea. Just drive around them. Here's the thing. I've never come up to a group of cyclists and never been able to just drive around them. Unlike disabled vehicles, fender benders, spilled cargo, routine traffic stops, or any of the other millions of things that stop traffic dead every single day, coming up on a group of cyclists has never ruined my day. It's never even made me late for yoga. 9 out of 10 times, the passing lane is wide open. It only takes a second to pass a group of cyclists going 20 when you're going 50. It's so easy. I have no idea what everyone gets so upset about. Tip number 5. Imagine yourself going for a bike ride, or whatever you choose for recreation. For the most part, we're not out there driving around for the fun of it. Try imagining yourself actually enjoying life instead of driving a motor vehicle so you won't get so angry when you see somebody doing the same thing. Maybe if you put yourself in somebody else's shoes, what was once seen as an act of entitlement suddenly seems like a pretty good idea. Or maybe I just need a funner car. Tip number 6, and this is what it's all about. Remember the heroes. They aren't bikes, they are people with families who love them, just like you and me. I ride bikes with assisted living nurses, EMTs, veterinarians, teachers, coaches, heart surgeons, cancer scientists, family doctors. These are good people doing wonderful things for society. They deserve respect. In all other aspects of your life, these people would be considered heroes, right? What kind of person doesn't slow down and move over for heroes? Look, I know how annoying and ridiculous cyclists can be. I work with them every single day. It's a two-way street. I hardly ride in groups anymore because so many people just don't get it. Yes, we have the legal right, and there are times where we need to take the lane to protect ourselves. But common courtesy still reigns superior in my world. It's always best to avoid impeding traffic whenever possible. There's plenty of room for everyone out there, yet still, sometimes I find myself getting in the way just as I do when I'm driving my car. Nobody's perfect, and we're all doing the best we can. So, if you're out driving around and you see a group of cyclists and you get mad about it, remember, you're probably just mad about being strapped into your car. It seems to me like a great time to make a new friend by giving a friendly beep and waving hello as you pass safely by. Thank you so much for watching till the end, bike farmers. If you like this and want to see more, you can support the channel by clicking all the buttons. Don't forget the notification bell so you and your bike can stay tuned.